Good morning, traders. Today is March 15th, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning remains the same, still 515.50 above it. I'm a bull below and I'm a bear. SPY, QQQ, Diamond Dow, SMH, XLK, and IWM all made lower highs and lower lows. FNGU in a downtrend made a higher high and a lower low while closing under the bearish trap and under the flat 17 EMA. SPY, QQQ, and Diamond Dow still in uptrends, closed above the 17 EMAs. IWM started a downtrend, breaking the March 5th low, closed below a bearish trap and under the flat 17 EMA. GLD still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low while closing inside the bullish trap and over the rising 17. Silver still in an uptrend, made a higher high and a higher low while closing above the bullish trap and the rising 17 EMA. USO still in an uptrend, breaking out to a new 4-month high, printed a higher high and a higher low, closing above a bullish trap and above the rising 17. UNG started a downtrend day before, so it's still in a downtrend, closing inside the bearish trap and below the 17 EMA. So it's trying to fight that downtrend off after it just made it. All right, US dollar index in a downtrend has rallied back up to the 103.40 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts, see what's going on. First chart, SPY, lower high, lower low. All right, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. Okay, so everything's still bullish. This is still in an uptrend. Still working nicely, just probably needs to cool off. I mean, we've gone a long way in a short amount of time. So maybe cooling off would not be a bad thing. Like to see it get up over 520 and do the cooling off, but we'll see what happens today. All right, maybe they can get back up there. We'll see. They're still in an uptrend. QQQ. All right, so it looks like a little bit of profit taking going on in tech. QQQ is mainly tech. It's the NASDAQ 100. Lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap, but above the 17 EMA here. Got a little 3, got the 3 crossing the 8 here. 3 made a lower high. Of course, price also made a lower high. We haven't made a lower low yet, but it's like to see it just consolidate through here. But there's QQQ. All right, got the 3-ace cross, but it's still in an uptrend. We haven't broken any lows yet. So QQQ consolidating, still in an uptrend. Excuse me. Let's take a look at FNGU. All right. So here's FNGU. Yesterday's price action candle squeaks out a higher high and makes a lower low, closing below a bearish trap, below a 17 EMA right there. All right, so FNGU is in a downtrend because we have a low, okay, a low right here, and then we made a lower high here, then we produced a lower low here. That put it in a downtrend. Then they went off and ripped a new high over this high right here, not a brand new all-time high, but a new high over here. That put it back in an uptrend. And then the very next day, they came down and broke the low again, bringing it back into the downtrend. So FNGU is in a downtrend. And of course, you can see we had the 3-ace cross here. We came close there to crossing back up above, but we failed the very next day. So we are in a downtrend on FNGU. I think it's just going to consolidate up here. I would hope that it would. Like to see it consolidate in the upper third. And I'm sure this is probably in the Yeah, see, this is in quadrant 4. Like to see it just consolidate over 285. That would be the upper third right there. You can see we actually have support. See this spike candle up and this spike candle down right there, right at 285. Excuse me, 287.30 right there. So I'd like to see it just consolidate in this upper third, kind of cool off for a couple weeks, maybe even a month. That would be nice, and then resume. Like to see it regain its energy and its posture. So FNGU in a downtrend, but really just consolidating in this bull flag so far, as long as it remains over this upper third. So closing below the bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. So let's take a look at IWM. All right, so here's IWM yesterday falling out of bed. So IWM, excuse me, takes out this low. And we have a 3/8 cross. We got a lower high and a lower low. So we got the 3 crossing underneath the 8. All right, price action closed below the flat 17 EMA and below a bearish trap. So what we got here is a downtrend. So IWM starts a downtrend today. We'll see if they can recover that. They're going to have to get back up over, well, if they can get back up over this 206 level, I think that would put them back in an uptrend right up there. But right now, just consolidating. Remember, they've also gone a long way in a short amount of time. So we'll see what IWM, that's a Russell 2000. So let's take a look at QQQ. I don't know if we did QQQ yet. Yeah, I think we did QQQ. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. So here's Diamond Dow yesterday. Lower high, lower low. Closing inside the bullish trap and over the rising 17 EMA. Diamond Dow still in an uptrend right there. So Diamond Dow's in an uptrend. FNGU and IWM in downtrends. Let's take a look at our technicals for yesterday. All right, you can see we came out of the overbought zone the day before and then into the buy zone. And boy, did we fall out of bed here. Right through the buyer's chop zone. Almost through the seller's chop zone into the sell zone down here. Lower highs, higher low, lower highs, and then we finally got the lower low right here, right in the sell zone, and then they're bouncing out of it back into the seller's chop zone. So that's T2122. T2123 right here. All right. Started red, ended red, just selling all day, profit taking all day long. T2123, T2123 3-bar, and you can see the price action is kind of pulling back to meet up with the rising 17 EMA here. They still haven't embraced yet, but they're coming together. T2123 3-bar chart. FNGU. All right, for price action for yesterday, little red, green, more red, little green, more red. A little bit of profit taking, consolidating under this kind of sloping 200 SMA. So FNGU having some issues getting up and over this. So in the pre-market, you can see we're up there leaning on it again, but not nearly enough to get on top of it. Like to see it get on top, consolidate, then break out. Okay, right now we're struggling right up underneath it. So there's FNGU on the 15-minute. All right, let's go back to our charts. Let's take a look at a few sectors. Then we're going to go take a look at energy and precious metals. First, we'll take a look at the transports. Here's IYT yesterday. Lower high, lower low, closing below a bearish trap and below a flat 17 EMA there. Okay, so we had consolidation, so we're breaking low. We haven't started a downtrend. till we break this low right here, 68.25. There's IYT. Kind of looking like a rounded top right there. All right, so there's IYT, SMH. All right, here's SMH yesterday. Lower high, lower low, closing between trap and rising trend indicator right there, rising 17 EMA. Okay, almost looking like we got a lower low here. SMH kind of starting a downtrend. We'll see if they can recover that. So there's SMH. Let's take a look at XLF. Now, this one has been on fire recently. Okay, XLF prints a higher high, but also a lower low, closing inside the bullish trap. Notice those are still rising, and over a rising 17 EMA. So XLF trying to get back up over this all-time high, 4170. At least get up there, spike it, and test it. All right, so there's XLF on a mission. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. Now let's go take a look at, let's just take a look at one more. We're going to look at two more. XLI, that's our industrials. Okay, industrials, not bad, okay, considering all the selling happened yesterday. Higher high, lower low, closing between the bullish trap and a rising 17, still in an uptrend. XLK, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. There's XLK, that's our technology sector. So tech still working right now. I think might get a sector rotation soon. We'll see what happens. I detect, or it visually looks like we had some profit taking through here and maybe some more right in there. We'll see what happens. This is still in an uptrend. It's still working. 3's on top of the 8. Price action 3 and 8 all on top of rising 17. This is still working so far. We are getting some slope coming in there. So I detect a little bit of profit taking. Maybe sector rotation. We'll see what happens. There's XLK. Now let's go take a look at USO. And USO, nice, prints a new 4-month high up here. Okay, go all the way back to November to see that. Okay, so higher high, higher low, closing way on top of this bullish trap over a rising 17 EMA. So petroleum really spiking up there. Okay, let's take a look at UNG. UNG's in a downtrend because we broke this low right here on February 23rd. We were in an uptrend. Guess what? We lost it. Okay, and we broke the low February 23rd, and then we started a downtrend, and they decided they didn't like that kind of status, and they're back up here inside the bearish trap, looking like they want to come back and get out of this downtrend. So it looks like to me probably some bearish consolidation again. We'll see what happens. Higher low, higher high, closing in the bearish trap, but under the 17 EMA. So there's UNG. Silver had a nice day. Higher low, higher high, closing over a rocket ship 3-ace trap right here, 3 on top of the 8, over the 17 EMA. Silver, very bullish. Gold, very bullish. Okay, gold, yesterday's price action for gold, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. All right, let's go see what's on the economic calendar. Let's take a look on this one. Okay, so here's the US dollar index. Here's our culprit for yesterday. Okay, we had a rising dollar right there. If anything's going to bring the markets down, it's going to be a rising dollar. let me just say, it's still in a downtrend. We've got a lower high and a lower low. So until we take out that high up there at 104.28, 104.30, we're still in a downtrend. Okay, so it's got to get back up through these consolidating moving averages, all three of them, 200, 50, and 100. We got to get up through those, and then on top of this to restore that uptrend that they had. All right, right now it's still in a downtrend, just coming back to possibly test the downtrend line right there. So there's our culprit for yesterday's little mini sell-off that we had. Economic calendar for this morning. We've got Empire State Manufacturing Index, 830. Import-export prices, 830. Industrial production, 945. Consumer sentiment at 10. After that, not much news. We do have quadruple witching today, Friday. Okay, so a lot of options going to be expiring today. Not sure which way the market makers are going to push it. Speaking of market makers, let's go look at Max Pain. And Max Pain, let's refresh it just to make sure. And what do we got? What are they going to say? All right, Max Pain is 516. All right, and we have a put to call ratio. If there's ever been an opportunity for a short squeeze, I've never seen it this high. 5.5 puts to every call, and Max Pain is 516. Well, that's well within their reach, and if they don't do a short squeeze today, I'll be surprised. 5.5 puts for every call right there. So be prepared for a rip. We'll see what happens. And that's it. Earnings calendar. Let's go look at earnings for the 15th. Okay. Nothing really market moving. A few brand names that we're familiar with, like Jabil and some other ones. But all in all, Groupon down here. All in all, nothing really market moving there. On Monday, nothing market moving in there. Just some common names. Joy, Stone, couple there. And Tuesday, what do we got? Again, nothing market moving. Just probably some highlighting names that we typically use and buy, but not enough market cap to really affect the markets. So that's what we got there. And I want to take a look at one other thing. All right, let me look at this. Let me see if I can find it. And I can't find it right off, but I'll get back to it. And files. Images. No, I can't find it. Anyways, I was looking to see, Judy keeps track of FOMC statements and CPI and all of that, so see if I can get it open. And it's not working out for me today. All right, so that's it. All right, be prepared for a for a short squeeze for today. So for right now, I'll take questions in the room. And for everybody out there in video land, again, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for being a part of the BYOB Facebook group. And I appreciate all the kind comments. Thank you. I really like that on YouTube. And I will see you all of you out there in video land. I will see you at 4 p.m. and we'll do a market wrap up then. All right. Until then, I'm going to take questions in the room and see if I can find that calendar Judy shared with me.